What's up, buddy? We are out here in Cape Cod, New Mexico. What up? Steve Boardman, how are you? Can everybody hear me okay? Where's Waldo? Texas in the house. What up, Tex? New Mexico, what up? Not a good day today, but I made a commitment to go live, so. Grim Reaper, how are you? Jay Money, what up? Keith Anderson, how are you? Steve, what up? Steve Pinder. Imagine everybody can hear me okay, right? This is the Agree to Disagree chat. I go in a little early because, thank you, Waldo. Extra Good Citizen, how are you? Timmy, how are you? Jim Adams, how are you? John Farish, how are you? Patriot Defense, how are you? Good, thank you. Ben, how are you? Ben must be from down south, y'all. New Mexico citizen, Waldo says hi. Mozart Vet, how are you? Thanks for checking in, Mozart. James Couch, how are you? Got about 32 people chiming in already. So I'm under a tree. It's really hot out here at the Cape. Ben, how are you? Steve Boardman, what up? What up? It's going to be a little different today, Steve, and everybody else. It is probably one of the worst days of my life. Penny News, how are you? Actually, Penny News knows. I'm not putting the camera on myself. I've been really upset today. I lost a child. I found out, confirmed yesterday. 4 months that I was expecting this child and hoping for this child, and it's devastated me. I'm a little composed, so I'm doing a little bit better for this moment. That's why I'm doing it now. When I go home at night, it's a little rough, so I can't. I don't know if you know. Somebody told me not to do this today because I would get upset. So I'm going to try not to. Ontario, Canada, how are you? Jeesley Crow. Chi-Town Mike, how are you? Timmy and Valor Crow. Thank you, Tim. Steve Boardman. I think I got everybody. Yeah, it's never had a kid. And it looks like I'm not going to. I quit my job today because I don't need to be here. I don't need to be on the Cape now. I came out here to support and to help this child. And this child is not going to be. So I'm not going to be in Cape Cod, on Cape Cod. And it's hard. But Unislar, how are you? I sold my equipment today, my business equipment, to my brother. I quit my job, and I lost my child all in the same day. So, thank you, River. Plainy Dave, how are you? JM, how are you? I don't know if you've been here geographically or if you've been here emotionally, JM, but if you've been here emotionally twice, God bless you. I am devastated. Devastated. And just devastated. I don't want to get into that too much because I'm going to get upset. Glenn Jones, how are you? Thank you, Glenn. Yeah, that's a bad curve for me. First time, I'm 52, and that's the first time for me, so it's hard. Altering Current, how are you? Video Tourist, how are you? Thank you. Thank you, Lightning Dave. Thank you, Video. I'm going to reiterate. Sarah Perez, how are you? Because of the loss of this child, me quitting my job and selling my equipment, I'm going to try to dedicate myself to this cause once again. I would like to do this full time. I'm going to try to get as much support as I can from the community and from anybody else. It is not e-begging, because anything that people give me is going to go right back into this cause. I would love to have a big fish, a big whale out there to take care of it. But, I'll do whatever I got to do. I'll live in a tent if I have to. I just don't know where my life is going to be going right now for the first time in my, well, not the first time, but for a very, very difficult time in my life. I don't know. It's hard when you never had a child and you're so excited about having a child, and then you're not. I am in Wellfleet very, very shortly. For a very short period of time. Bowling Comedy, how are you? We were together for 3 years. 2.5, 3 years. We've been trying to have a child the whole time. And she decided to abort the baby. And we don't have any choice. Men do not have a choice. I was willing to take care of the child. Thankman, how are you? I was going to take care of that child willingly. It didn't have to be, it didn't have to be, Dan, how are you? It didn't have to be together. I would have taken care of the child myself. I wanted to have that child. That child, I feel like part of me is gone. Part of me died. And I'm getting a little mushy here. We have no say in it. None. John Mokern, how are you? Truth God, how are you? I feel like God has forsaken me. That's what I feel like. I feel like God has forsaken me. Nightbird, how are you? Ben, how are you? Yeah, I don't want to be that guy, but I am that guy right now. This is the second time I've been on YouTube and I've been upset. I tried to pull it back as much as I can, but this is really hard. And I'm out here, I know absolutely nobody. Not a damn person out here. So I'm relying on the community for the friendship, and I've been on people's live chats and trying to watch as many videos as I can to stay focused. You have, Grim? God bless you, man. God bless you. I don't like the laws, but I understand the laws. It's a woman's body, I get it. But if you're planning to have a child, Lone Star News, how are you? If you're planning to have a child, I don't get why, it's a planned scenario why the man has nothing, no say whatsoever. And I can tell you hormones have a lot to do with a woman changing when they get pregnant. Rick, how are you? Oh my God, Rick. Oh my God. Jose, how are you? Mitchell, how are you? Well, that's one of the reasons why I was doing this. I was willing to do this today because there are always somebody else out there that has had it worse than you. So if you think your life is that bad, which I do right now. Gary, how are you? God, that's really rough, Rick. Wow. I can't imagine. You know, I just can't imagine. That's a child. Hey, Slash Canada. I keep envisioning a child in the womb. That's what I keep envisioning. An innocent child. You know? Jeff is here. How are you? Real Jingy, how are you? So I'm trying to stay up. But it's hard. I'm a pretty honest guy. You know, I know when I'm an idiot. And I know when, I believe I know when, you know, there's no reason for this. It really makes you wonder and question, you know, Roe v. Wade, you know. At times like this, anyways. Massachusetts is very difficult. There are a lot of laws in Massachusetts that are very, very open towards that. They have a lot of freedom. That's a lady driving that truck, nice. And another lady in the back, that's beautiful. There are a lot of laws that protect women and also give them the right to walk into a clinic at any time, any day, without counseling and just abort a baby. It's just the way it is, right up to 9 months like New York is. And I told you, I never had a child, so... Jose, how are you? I'm trying, man. Dios te bendiga. This is put a whole new perspective on that concept for me. Whole new perspective. I am just devastated. I can't go forward. I can't move. I feel like I'm stuck. I am so stuck in one place and can't move forward. I can't move at all. That's hard. Lady Bird, how are you? Ignorant pleb, how are you? All right, Jeff, take it easy, man. Be safe out there. Yeah, you can do it at any time in New York and some other states. There are a lot of states that allow you to do it at any time. Most of them ask for counseling, a waiting period. Massachusetts, there's no waiting period right now. Probably the best thing for me to do is to try to do audits. That's the only thing I can think of. Try to get back into auditing. So again, there is a GoFundMe link on the description if you guys want to donate to help. That's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to just focus on auditing. That's all I'm going to do because it's the only thing that seems to give me some sense of peace and relief. I know that sounds crazy because I'm sometimes volatile in my videos, but you know, you guys may or may not have noticed, but that the last video that I talked about, the last video that I talked during, I mentioned that I believe I'm going to win that case in Coxsackie now. They all lied on the police reports. Passionate. Thank you, Patriot Defense. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. I was not counseled or at all in this scenario. Please, thank you, Dan. Thank you. And I really feel like God has forsaken me here. And every time I say that, I get upset. Thank you, sir. Taking an interest, aka thank you. Joe, I quit my job, sold my business equipment, and lost my child. Not questionable, it is definite. I was confirmed yesterday. Yesterday afternoon. Yeah, I hope not. I can't feel this way very much longer. Yeah, don't donate from Super Chat. Please go to the GoFundMe if you really want to donate, if you can. Again, I'm not an e-beggar. This is something that if you want to do it, I would like you to do it because I want to do this full time. Whatever you give goes back. I do have a camper in upstate New York that I would like to retrieve and maybe sell my car and get a 250 or something and just drive around the country. That's really ultimately like a fantasy of mine at this point. And just drive around and see all you auditors that I have talked to on this channel that I've never been able to spend any time with. There are a lot of people out there, a lot of good people out in this community doing the right thing, like they said, passionate people trying to do the right thing. And I would like to go out and, meet some of you guys, maybe do some audits with you, or at least, break some bread with you and share some stories, Just a little jaded, how are you? So, today's not a good day. Today is one of the worst days of my life. Emotionally and spiritually. So, I'm hanging in there as best as I can. The PayPal is PayPal at New England Truth. The GoFundMe, if somebody can there's a GoFundMe in the description. If you can put a GoFundMe from the description into the chat, that'd be great. Yeah, I would love to make it to Florida, yeah. I spent some time as a child in Miami in Florida. The bad part. The real bad part. But, I wish I could receive that because I would take it. Yeah, Mike, I don't know. Citizen News Network's need, how are you? This is where I feel like God has forsaken me. That's what I just said. Citizen News. And I'm not trying to be a buzzkill or a bummer. I'm actually sharing with you genuinely. I'm not, There's the Popo going around. He's been cruising, just keeping an eye on me. Ciao, Maria, how are you? Blessed is the one whose life is the evidence of truth. Yeah. Black Ball, how are you? I'm trying, buddy. Thank you, Joe Cool. I don't know who Jack Daniels is. Oh, Dr. Jack Daniels. Okay, yeah. Frosty, I don't know if that'll do me any good right now, but you might be right. Thank you, Justin. Yeah, I'll take all the hugs. Definitely. Virtual or otherwise. It's one of the reasons why I did come on here today, because it was a really bad day, and you guys may not realize that this community is greater than one, and it is greater than just audits. There are a lot of things you can get: positive reinforcement, constructive criticism, and virtual love. Central Texas, how are you? Rebel with a clue, how are you? Oh my God, sorry, Citizen News, oh my God. Thank you, Nightbird. Tony, how are you? Thank you from England. Thank you, Real Jiggy. So even if I'm doing an audit right now, which is what I'm doing, I mean, not an audit, even if I'm doing a live chat right now, there still is, activity or concern about filming in public. Nobody has addressed me. Let's see if I can get that little bugger on. Here's a little baby. I don't know if you can see him. Middle of the day. Nathaniel, how are you? Country Duck, how are you? They don't usually come out during the day, do they? Like this? It's a little bunny rabbit. Oh, they do? Okay. Wow. He's munching, going to town. Wow. He's a cute little guy. My, well, now ex loved rabbits, loved bunnies. I don't know if there's some symbolism there. He doesn't seem all that worried about what's going on around here. But we are just hanging out in East Harwich, Mass. East Harwich, Mass. All the flags are at half staff, of course. Because of the shootings in our country. This is the East Harwich fire station. And I went live today because I didn't know if I was going to be able to go live later on tonight due to some trauma, some bad news that I received yesterday. And I figured I'd do it while the sun was bright and I had half of my wits with me. Normally I'm pretty together, but not today. Today I'm about half there. And wanted to spend some time with everybody. Like I said, I made a commitment. It was a shooting in the state of Ohio and the state of Texas, yeah. Thank you, Grim Reaper. And changing my life today, all in one day, 24 hours. Again, I sold my business equipment to my brother. I quit my job on Cape Cod. And I lost a child. And I'm trying to commit myself to this cause because this is the only thing that seems to give me a sense of gratitude or gratification, self-gratification. And I believe he's over here now. Yeah. They're just circling. They're not really engaging me. Sorry, Lightning Dave. There he is again. I haven't moved, so I'm on a sidewalk. Well, this is like the fourth time he's passed that I can count on. And that is the same car, I believe. So, thank you, Tommy. Oh, really? I didn't. Oh, man. It was called The Well. The Well in Wellfleet. Ninja, how are you? No, I know. I'm holding this. Sorry. And I'm emotional, so it's not going very well. Maybe if I got out a little bit too. There we go. Oh, well, yeah, that might help. Sorry. So it's that kind of day. But I wanted to say what I wanted to say earlier was that this community, what we do is you can get more out of this than just doing an audit or finance. If people help support you financially or with likes or with comments, you can also get some unconditional support and love. And it's been a little cathartic for me to come on here and just to be able to share and get this out and say, at least I did something today. I did not just sit there and dwell. Thank you from the UK. Because I'll be honest with you, that's what I was going to do. Southwest Missouri, all right. I think, thank you, Central Tech. Thank you, Moke, Will Moke. Papa, how are you? The flags are at half staff because of the shootings. And one of the questions was, do we think that it's going to affect our First Amendment rights? I can say to you, I never felt like it would more than it would now. I mean, Second Amendment, sorry. I've never felt like it would, but I feel like the trend is going to happen. I feel like it's going to happen. I feel like they're going to first start taking away all those, high-powered stuff, and then they're going to start doing with this red flag, red card, whatever they're calling it, where if you have a mental instability or something of that nature, they're going to preclude you from owning a gun. That's what I believe. Of course, this is going to cause a lot of problems. I am in Cape Cod. That is the East Harwich Fire Station on Cape Cod. Oh, she did? I did not know that. I've always said that there's a lot of times where people reach out and they're screaming for help, like the guy in Sandy Hook, and I can think of all these other people, and then nobody does anything. The mothers and people just don't do anything. They cover up for them. I don't know. I think that the people that are mentally unstable do reach out at some point. Missouri may not be a Glick v. Cuniff state, Graham. I believe Missouri is in a different area for that. Neglect, very good, real jinging, yeah. From Africa, thank you, Dennis. Wow. Dennis is from Africa. HPR, how are you? News. Attleboro. So, I think it's going to affect it this time. Who knows? That's the thing about politics. You don't know. A lot of those deals are done over a, shot of whiskey and in a back room somewhere. Luke, how are you from the beach? All right. I'm actually on Cape Cod and I'm not at the beach. Missouri is 8th Circuit. Yeah, I don't think it's, you're going to have a different, you're going to be closer to, Malaysia, wow. No worries. Yeah, they're going to make it harder. I think they're going to make it harder. A lot of sharks out here. You're going to say, safety man, you're going to see a lot of shark signs out here. Get in the water at your own risk kind of thing. But that's my opinion. That's just an opinion that these deals are made in the back rooms, compromises, all that stuff. But I think it's going to push the trend again, once again. We shall see. But you're going to be, in Missouri, you're going to be closer to a Turner v. Driver case in that regard. Turner v. Driver, I think. You might want to check that out. From Missouri there. Turner v. Driver. And again, I could be wrong. There could be a whole different case law in that circuit. So it may not actually have a case law. One of the things about those circuits are, if they don't have a specific case law about something, like they will adopt or accept another case law. It doesn't even have to be a joining. You know, like I said, when I went to my first trial and I had a trial against a lieutenant at a police station, I used a case law from Houston. It was Houston v. Hill. So Houston v. Hill was the one that actually, when the judge adjudicated my case in Belchertown, Massachusetts, he adjudicated it by saying, and the defendant has Houston v. Hill on his side. So those things are hugely important. They don't make the case. That's very important too. If you're in a court case, it's not one specific thing. It's going to be like a totality of things. So, you know, at the end of the day, you still got to have all that information to sway it, and then hopefully you can push it over the edge, which is what I did. Thank you, sir. Yes. Yeah, they still have to identify some kind of RIS, but you know, that new case law that also says that even if they write you a ticket and it's a substantial ticket, even if it's out of retaliation, you cannot get money for it. You cannot sue them for that retaliation, even because they have a justifiable ticket. And I think that's kind of stupid. Yes, Turner V. Driver, that's Batasai. You can check out his channel. He has been to an appellate court and made, you know, gotten a decision. I mean, you got one step above that, you got Supreme Court. And I think that he's still trying to go to the Supreme Court with that, if I remember correctly. I've actually interviewed on his channel with him a couple of times. He's a very, very nice, soft-spoken guy and highly intelligent. Highly intelligent, not just in like case law, but highly intelligent as far as dealing with people. I would love to collab with Auditing America. I keep saying I'm going to. I've said it about 10 times. I do plan on going to Rhode Island. Again, there's a GoFundMe. If you guys, I just quit my job. I just sold all my equipment. I'm going to be moving, but I want to travel around the country. I don't want to stay even in New England anymore. You know, I want to go on the road. So for the first time since I've been auditing, I'm going to ask my supporters to help me go on the road if you can. I want to go on the road. Yes, that's what I want to do. I don't want to work in a kitchen. I want to go on the road. Chicago, wow, that's tough, man. That is a tough area right there. Chicago. Oof. Come to Scotland. Wow, I don't know about that, Weedham. That is, you know. Oh, of course, you know, I am Irish and French. That's out there. Chicago scares me a little bit, I'll be honest with you. That's rough on nose neck of the woods. But it's been a rough day, and I believe it or not, it's going to sound strange, I actually feel better. I actually feel better right now. And if that's not proof positive to you guys about the potential from this community, I don't know what it is. You know, you guys can go back and watch the beginning of this video, and you can hear my voice. I don't think it was as solid as it is now. And that's just from talking to you guys. Toronto, Canada, I would love to. When I was in the circus, that's where it was, up there. It was outside of Ontario, I believe. When I was a kid. I don't remember any of it, of course. A lot of trees. That's all I remember. But yeah, I learned Carney in Canada. That's where I learned it. So we're just hanging out, doing a little venting like people have talked about, sharing with you guys my personal life. I am planning on still trying to do a video, the second edition of New England's Truth Got Owned, volume, let's say volume 2, I guess. And I may do it tomorrow morning instead of tonight. And I wanted to go live today. And I made that commitment on a video, so I needed to do that. So. I don't know how long we've been on here, but about 35 minutes. That's longer than I thought I'd last. It is a lot longer than I thought I'd last, I'll be honest with you. I thought I was going to go about 5 minutes and shut off. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I need the virtual hugs, yes. Eric Fine, how are you? Somebody did post the GoFundMe. Jeesley Crow, how are you? Blackbird. Charles Cleveland, how are you? Looking at a fire station on Cape Cod. There's the GoFundMe page link. Shalmahala. Where there's a will, there's a way. Yeah, and I got the will. I have the will. Let's find the way. All right, folks, this is Tyrone. I'm going to sign off. You guys have been awesome. This has helped me a lot. This is really helpful. Thank you. Thank you so much. All of you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all. Awesome. So awesome. All right, folks. Thank you. Fishing with Donuts. Oh, man, Fishing with Donuts. I like that name. What does it say? Fishing with Donuts. All right. Thank you, Grim Reaper. I may do that, buddy. All right. Penny, I'll be talking to you soon. All you folks. Awesome. Thank you very much. Love you all. Peace out. Be safe. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon, okay? All right. Enjoy the day.